What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is for the week of April 21st, 2019, and it's been a pretty good week, pretty successful week, I guess you can say, for trophy hunting. I feel like I say that every week, but again, as long as I'm earning trophies, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, right? Or as long as I'm playing games that I want to play, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I've got a lot of good stuff done, and I've made a lot of good progress on other games. But anyway, with that being said, let's get right into this. So to start off, I know the video I made last week was pretty late. I think I made it on a Friday. So what I'm going to talk about is mainly stuff that I did over the weekend for the most part, and it's been actually a decent amount of stuff, if you want me to be honest. So to start off, we have Conan Exiles, which I hopped on here to get one trophy, and I ended up getting a few trophies. Now, I know I could just get this platinum easy peasy if I wanted to, but I'm kind of waiting. There's a few people that I want to play with to get the platinum. But the trophy that I was going for, someone asked me to get it, I think on Friday night or something like that, was this trophy, or it was actually Saturday night. It was this trophy right here. The Cliffs Reel, which is or no, it's not that one. It's the Tower of the Elephant, to kill something by standing on its head. So got that trophy, got a few other random trophies, but yeah, I will go back to this at some point. But again, I'm waiting for a few people to play that with to get that platinum. But all in all, that went pretty smoothly. I mean, it took like 15 minutes. Probably should have taken like a few, but it took 15. But anyway, I did that trophy, and that's really the only online trophy or co-op trophy in the game. So the rest I can do by myself if I really wanted to. Up next, I have The Price is Right Decades. Just working on this, nothing too crazy. Got a few more trophies. I think I have to do like one more win to get the 4-player trophy done, and then I have to help my other friends get the 4-player trophies, and I'll be done with the 4-player trophies, and it's a few online trophies, and then I'll be done with it. There are a few luck-based things in the game when it comes to, especially the online. You have to play this game mode called Plinko, and you have to score like 30,000 on the Plinko board, and you only get 5 tries. And Plinko is basically like that thing where you drop a coin in the top, and it kind of like falls down through like these hitting on these rods, and then the one directly in the middle is the $10,000 one. So you have to hit that one 3 times in order to get this trophy in one game, and it's random when it shows up because it only shows up in a certain decade. So that kind of sucks. But I'm making progress on that. I'll probably finish up the 4-player stuff and try to get the other 2-player stuff done by this upcoming weekend. But I'm in no rush to get that done. That's just happening whenever it's happening because I have a lot of other things going on and games going on. Up next, I have Star Wars Battlefront 2. So we did boost this on Sunday again, and it was a very successful boost. I actually hopped on right before I went to my Easter event. Or yeah, what am I talking about? Easter, yes. Right before my Easter events. And the trophy that we went for was this multitasking, defeat 25 hero ships with fighter ships. Very easy. I mean, this took probably 2 hours to do. You could get 3 kills, was it 3 kills? Yeah, you were getting a minimum of 3 kills a game. Was it a game? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, you were getting a minimum of a certain amount of kills, so like you were gonna get this done at some point. Yeah, it was 3 kills a game. That was the minimum you were getting. And then every once in a while, someone would get 6 because the person who started it always got 6, so we would rotate that. So 3 kills minimum around, so it only took around 2 hours. We are planning on boosting the various other things in the game. I'm not sure exactly what trophies. I'm kind of just along for the ride. But I know the big thing that's going to be boosted this upcoming weekend is going to be XP, because it's triple XP weekend. So there's going to be heroes versus villains boosting going on, and then a lot of it probably. So I'm going to attempt to try to get to level 50 this weekend, but I probably won't be able to. But if I can get pretty close, that would make me happy. But this trophy, this multitasking trophy, it's the second rarest trophy if you don't count the level 50. Or if you're counting the level 50, it's the second rarest trophy. So slowly working through these rarer trophies. At some point, I'll probably sit down and play this for fun for a little bit, but I'm not anticipating on playing it for fun for too long. You know, I want to boost as much of this stuff as I can. And then whatever I have left, I'll just do it on my own. But this is making progress, you know, not too crazy, but it's progress is being made. That's the best part. Up next, we have bricks. I was streaming on Saturday. I think it was Saturday evening, and I asked the question of, would people want to see this? Can me continue to play the game I'm playing, or would you want to see a poopy game? And most people voted to see a poopy game. So I went into my folder of very bad games, as people would say, and I asked what people would want to see. And the first request that came up was bricks. So I did bricks. So I played it Saturday and then platinumed it on Sunday. It was okay. I wasn't a big fan of the images that were in the game. There was a lot of things that probably shouldn't have been on stream. And a lot of cartoons that I didn't like, but I got through those levels as quickly as I could, and I got that platinum done. And there is a second Bricks game. I do own it, so I'll play it at some point, but who knows when that'll happen. But Bricks, I got a platinum this week. That's more than I usually get, so we're making some sort of progress, right? I usually don't get the platinums, so any platinum is better than no platinum. You know what I'm talking about? Then up next, we have Minecraft. I did hop on here. Carlos did help me. I think it was Monday night. He helped me get the expansion 9 trophies. So that was the one that just came out. So we got through those pretty easily. Wasn't too difficult. I would say the one thing that kind of sucked was the shulker box, because you have to go and get shulker shells, which kind of sucks. The underwater ruin, for some reason, was like glitchy for me. We went to like 3 ruins and it didn't work, and then it eventually ended up working on another one. The banner one is easy. The befriend 20 cats, that was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. I think it's because Carlos had a little method there to get that done, but that was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. And then the visit all ocean biomes, I should have got it. It didn't work. And then we went back to the tutorial world, like jumped in this little puddle of water, and then I got it because apparently the biomes reset, or it doesn't count any biomes that you went to before the DLC came out. So you have to like revisit ones that you've been to. So I had to like go visit like the most baby one in the game, and then I got that. So that wasn't too bad. That's back to 100%. At some point, I am going to go and do the Vita Minecraft. I'll be playing it on PS TV. I will not be playing that on Vita. But yeah, at some point, I am going to do that version of it just so I can get all 3. I have all 3 on my list, and I have 2 of them now platinumed and 100%. So I'll do the Vita one at some point. That's just a game that I never thought I would actually 100%. I knew I could platinum it because I platinumed it on the PS3, but I never thought I would actually be able to sit down and get the 100%, mainly because of the PvP DLC. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, man. Part of me is like, I don't know, but then part of me is like, it ain't that bad if you have people. I guess back when I thought about it, I didn't have people, so that's why it was kind of difficult to me. Anyway, up next, we have Drive Club. This is where I've been spending most of my time off stream, has been playing Drive Club. I've got some base game trophies done, like 1,000 miles in a club and, mastery and stuff. I've got some of that done, and then I'm up to DLC pack like 12, I think. 13. I'm up to DLC pack 13. So a few more DLC packs, we'll be done with the DLC. Just slowly working through the game, really enjoying it. It takes me like an hour to get through a DLC, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I've just been slowly playing through it in my free time and really enjoying it. And then right when I get Drive Club done, I'm going to hop into Drive Club Bikes, and then I did order Drive Club VR. So it should be coming in the mail sometime soon, so that might be something that happens after bikes. I don't know. The VR scares me. I feel like I'm going to get sick if I play Drive Club VR, but who knows? I'm slowly working through Drive Club, and at some point, hopefully by next week, I'll have that platinumed in 100%. That's the goal there. Up next, we have NBA Live 19. So I did hop on this over the weekend. There was a live event, a co-op live event for Easter. So I hopped on there and I got that. So I have the 2 live event trophies, which are the 2 trophies that will probably become unobtainable sometime soon. So if you're wanting to do this game, I would highly suggest you to hop on and at least get these live event trophies. After you get the live event trophies, you gotta work on the I think it's the live run hype. You got to work on that trophy because that's online as well. You can only do that online. And then the other thing that I would suggest to work towards is the ultimate team, which I need to do soon. But apparently those are easier than 18. But I haven't really played any of the single player in this. Like, I literally only play this game when like Carlos or Almighty want to play. So like I have a character and I haven't even touched the single player yet. So I need to go play live 18 and get that done, and then I'll do live 19. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I am working through the online and trying to get that done so that I don't get another unobtainable trophy list on my list. And I'll talk about unobtainable stuff in a little bit if I can remember. Then up next, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So today is Wednesday. Assassin's Creed Odyssey Fate of Atlantis DLC came out yesterday, aka Tuesday, and I played it Tuesday night, and yeah, no, it was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I felt like, or I haven't beat it yet, but I really feel like it's dragging on, and I feel like it's all of the tedious things of the base game just in the multiplayer. Like, you're just running and freeing a person there, and you're running and you're doing this, and you're running and you're doing that. And, you know, it doesn't feel like actual content. It feels like filler content at the end of the day. And it feels more or less useless towards the main story. And maybe I'm not even doing it towards the main story. I have no idea. I'm a little confused, but I played it last night. It was okay. You know, the map is cool. You know, the equipment is cool, but I'm a little annoyed just by how it's structured, because it just feels like all of the tedious, monotonous things that you were doing in the base game is like this DLC. So I'll get through it at some point, but it is a little frustrating. They still haven't released any of the additional feats, so I'm still waiting on those. But slowly working through Odyssey, getting that DLC done as it comes out, so I'm not stuck with 6 DLCs at the end of the day once they release them all. But I want to get that done within the next few days. I don't want to spend too much time on that. And then up next, we have this is a lot of games that I played over the weekend, right? I don't know how I did all this. I really don't. Up next, I have Star Wars Battlefront 1. So on Monday, I think it was Monday or Sunday, I hopped on because I had been meaning to hop on every day and kind of see what my daily challenge was, because that was the last thing that I had to do for a DLC trophy. Was I had to do this daily challenge, completing 10 daily challenges. So I was hopping on my the app, because you can still see your challenges on the app. I was hopping on the app and seeing what my daily challenges were. So the other day, my daily challenge was to complete a match. Very easy. Oh my Lord. That's the easiest thing you can get. Complete a match. So I was like, awesome. So I hopped on, and then the other thing I was like, I need to get that Supremacy trophy. There's a Supremacy trophy for killing 10 enemies while attacking or defending a control point in Supremacy. So I was like, I need this Supremacy trophy. I need to complete a match. Why don't I just try to do them at the same time? So I did them at the same time, got that done. So I'm technically, I'm done with all the multiplayer in Battlefront 1. I was going to say 2. No, in Battlefront 1, I'm technically done with all the multiplayer, so that's pretty cool. The only thing I have left to do is this. Can I stop? The survival maps on Master, which I'm not too worried about. I already did 2 of them last night, so not too much to worry about. I'm not sweating it there. Then I just have to do training missions and then battle missions. So I'm thinking once I get done the survival stuff, like a few hours, and then I'll have the platinum. Not even worried. But I am going to work on trying to finish the survival missions tonight on master difficulty, and then hopefully I can get this platinum by the weekend. That would be the goal. Platinum and 100% by the weekend. But, you know, I'm slowly working through. I'm done all the DLC, which makes me happy. I'm done all the multiplayer in the base game. So, like, I'm basically there. I'm basically in the home stretch. I just got to get it done. So, I'll be working on that, like I said, and hopefully trying to get that by this weekend. That's the goal. And then Battlefront 1 will just be off my plate, and I can go into Battlefront 2 and try to get that done. And then lastly, we have this game called the Golf Club 2. I put this on my list, I think, last week. And it's up here because I actually got a trophy for competing in and viewing the results of a society event. Society event ended on Monday, so I looked at the results, so I'm done that. The only thing that's really scaring me about this game is the $1 million net worth. So I think I talked about this last week, and I was like, it's probably not that bad if you're doing like tournaments and stuff like that. And, it can be, I'm not going to lie, it can be pretty bad. So I did a tournament last week. I only played one tournament the whole week. And it was just it was a basic tournament. It was a 1-round, it was a 4-round tournament, 18 holes on like the easiest course in the game, Little Rock Manor. If you guys have played Golf Club 1 or 2, you know about Little Rock Manor. So I'm playing through, and I get through the first round and I'm winning. I get through the second round and I'm winning. And the second round was the closest round. Get through the third round and I'm smoking them. I'm like 12, 13 under, and the guy below me is like 5 under. So then I get into the fourth round and the game literally cheats me. Like, this guy comes out of nowhere and he's beating me by 3 strokes and he's a hole behind me. And I'm like, how is that even possible? So this guy started playing after me and he has a better score than I have, even though I was first the day before. The game completely cheated me. I was so pissed off. So I ended up coming in second in the tournament. I don't even know how many coins I won, but I need to keep playing this every here and there. The thing that I've heard about the $1 million, which there was actually a forum post made, and I commented on it. Apparently, the best way to get the $1 million is you just go around the different clubs in the game and you just ask for people to donate you money. Apparently, that's the way you're supposed to do it, because what you can do is with your society, you can put money in a bank in a society. People can donate you money to your society. And then I think what you do is you do an event in the society, win the event, and then you can take that money. So you just do that. So basically there's 3 of us playing, right? It's me, Almighty, and Cats. Between the 3 of us, we technically only have to make 333,000 coins each, because we can donate all of our coins into the society bank and then host an event and then basically transfer the coins that way. So once you have your net worth of $1 million, then you just put your million back in, transfer it to someone else, and then you transfer it to someone else. And you can just keep doing that. So there's actually 2 guys that recently got the platinum, J-Mac and A Silent Enigma. And the reason I know their names is because I was actually messaging A Silent Enigma about this team player trophy. And that's what this guy J-Mac made a post about. Was he was basically like, I went around and I was asking people for donations. I was asking people to help out any way possible. And he was like, there's a lot of nice people, so they'll probably just give you money. And I was like, I really wish it would work that easily. So basically what I'm doing is attempting to do that. I'm also having Cats and Almighty kind of do the same thing, like ask people here and there. Like, don't come off as like super pushy, like give me your money. But yeah, and any little amount will help. So if you know anyone that owns Golf Club 2, you know anybody, you play Golf Club 2 yourself, and you have a few extra coins that you can spare, would greatly appreciate it. And once we get everything that we need, we'll gladly just give you the coin back, plus possibly more, depending on how much we have left over. Because once I have my million and I bought all my items that I need to buy for my trophy, then I'm just going to give my money away. I don't care. I don't need it anymore, so I don't really care. So anyone that can help, anyone that knows anyone that can help, would greatly appreciate that. But that's how that's working in Golf Club 2. Hopefully, like I said, we can get that done sooner rather than later, but it just comes down to how much people can help. Because if someone can come by with 1 million coins and give it to me right now, then I can get that trophy and I can literally get this platinum, in the next few days. But I can do the stuff for the platinum in the next few days and then have that 1 million coins lingering over my shoulders for the next few months. So that's what I don't want to happen. But, we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. Like I said, it's a lot because I made my video last week on a Friday. So all this stuff that I've talked about, I've done between Saturday and Wednesday. And I haven't even played, tonight's Wednesday, I haven't even played anything yet. So a lot of stuff that got done. I'm actually surprised with myself with how much I did. What do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? Again, in my free time, I'm going to be playing Drive Club, probably more off stream than on stream. I don't really like playing racing games on stream because it kind of distracts you from what the chat is talking about. So it can be kind of annoying, but I'm probably going to get through the Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC, finish up Star Wars Battlefront. This weekend is definitely going to be Battlefront 2 boosting for that level 50. because I don't want to miss out on any triple XP weekends in this game, or even double XP weekends. I did that in the first Battlefront. I remember there was a quadruple XP weekend one weekend, and I got on and I boosted Droid Run, and I literally went from level 1 to level like 60 something in one night. So I could have gotten to level 100 if I just boosted another night. So I don't want to miss that opportunity in Battlefront 2 if it's going to be up there. So my main goal again this week is going to be Battlefront 1 and 2. Getting the platinum in Battlefront 1, leveling up in Battlefront 2, finishing the DLC in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, getting as much Drive Club done as possible, and then possibly Golf Club 2. We'll just have to wait and see. And then maybe this weekend, if I stream on Saturday or Sunday, the viewers can pick out a stinky game to play, and we can get another easy platinum, because I have plenty of them. Trust me, I have plenty of them. My problem is just picking out which ones to play sometimes, or which ones people want to see. So that's going to be that. There's a few things I want to talk about. So one thing that I want to talk about, it's a question that I see basically every single week I make one of these videos. And the main question that I see, or a question that kind of pops out to me, is someone always asks the question, how do you play so many games? How do you stay focused on playing so many games? And when it comes down to it, I don't really stay super focused. Like, I don't stay laser eyes on something, like just 100%. It's very rare that I do that. The way I pick my games is I just play what I feel like playing. And some of it also comes down to when games come out. Like, obviously, if a DLC for Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out and I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey Platinum and all I need to do is that DLC, then I'm going to do the DLC. Okay, I'm not going to push that off. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But yeah, it's a question. It's a pretty legitimate question. Like, how do you pick what you're going to play, or how do you stay focused on playing games? And again, what it comes down to for me is it just comes down to what I feel like playing. Usually I will have in my rotation of games that I'm playing at the moment, I will have something of every genre that I will play. So if you take a look, like, I have a racing game that I'm getting through right now, Drive Club. I have an open world RPG style game that I'm getting through, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have a shooter of some sort, Star Wars Battlefront. So I have a little bit of everything when I'm playing. I have a sports game that I'm playing. I have 2 sports games that I'm playing, NBA Live and Golf Club 2. So I have a little bit of everything in my rotation of games that I'm playing. And then what it comes down to is what I just feel like playing. If I get home from work and I feel like playing a racing game, then I'll play the racing game that I'm playing. If I come home from work and I feel like playing something a little more challenging, or I want to play a newer game, I'll play Sekiro. If I come home from work and I feel like playing some RPG, I'll play Assassin's Creed Odyssey for now. So it just, what I do is I pick a game in each like genre of games. Okay. And then from there, whenever I feel like playing that genre of game, then I just play that game that I was playing, and I just pick it up and I play it. And then I'll eventually play it enough, and then I'll platinum it and I'll get it done, and then something else will slide right in after that. I do have a general list of games that I keep that I try to stick to when I'm picking games that I want to play. Like right now I have a list, and you can find it on my Twitch channel. There's a panel, and it actually has the list of games that I want to do. And the list looks like something like Sekiro, Game of Thrones, Far Cry Classic, Dirt 4. Like, there's a list of games, Band Hero. Like, there's a list of games that you see. And essentially those are the platinums that I'm going for in the back of my mind. Like, I want to work towards them. But at the same time, if stuff comes up, if I feel like playing something else, I'm not going to force myself to play a game that I don't want to play, or a genre of a game that I don't want to play. If I get home or it's the weekend and I wake up and I don't want to play a racing game, I'm not going to force myself to play Drive Club to get some trophies. It's whatever I feel like playing at the moment is what I decide to play. And I always have a genre of game, some genre of that style of game in my rotation of games that I'm playing, and that's just how I pick stuff out. I do have things that I want to get done that I need to go back to, games like the Grand Tour and there's something like Leisure Suit Larry. Like, these are WWE. Like, these are games that I played on stream that I should probably get back to before they fall too far down and I completely forget about them. But again, I just keep in my rotation, and then when I get done, I just go on to the next one and the next one. So if I always feel like playing a racing game, I've always got that racing game waiting for me. If I feel like playing an open world game, I always got that open world game going for me. And it's not like I pick like one at a time. Like, I don't go, hey, I'm just going to do Drive Club this. Like, I might do Drive Club in Dirt 4, you know, and whatever I feel like playing at the moment, I'll play. And then I'll beat this one. I'll just play Drive Club for now, or I'll just play Dirt 4 for now. I won't throw another one in there at the moment. But, you know, it's just whatever I feel like playing. I don't like to limit myself to certain games. I feel like that burns you out. When you sit there and you're just headstrong about getting a singular game done, it can, first of all, ruin your experience with the game, and it can burn you out. That's a very easy way to burn yourself out, is to force yourself to do something that you really don't want to do. And that's essentially what I try to stay away from. If I don't feel like playing a shooter, I'm not going to play Star Wars. I'm not going to play Call of Duty. I'm not going to play this, you know? I'm going to play what I want to play. There's another aspect as well, which comes down to what other people want to play. Like, if I don't feel like playing a shooter, but Carlos comes to me and says, hey man, I want to do, you know, because we're talking about doing Call of Duty Ghosts soon. Hey, I want to do Call of Duty Ghosts. If I'm not alone, like if I'm playing with other people, then I would probably be like, okay, that's fine. But when it comes down to like me wanting to play on my own, like if I don't feel like playing it, I'm not going to play it. I'm not just going to play it just to get it done and get the trophies. I can do it, you know, next week. I can do it next month. I'm in no rush to get anything done at this point. I just want to enjoy what I want to enjoy. And I know last week I went on a little tangent about bad games. That was an interesting video. I don't want to really harp on it anymore. If you haven't seen that, you know, you can go watch it and kind of get a general understanding of what I'm talking about. But to sum it up, essentially, I don't like all those easy ass platinums. Like, even when I was doing bricks, it was like, man, I really don't like. I don't want to do it to an extent because it's not contradicting what I'm saying, but at the same time, if I'm saying I hate seeing people with easy platinums. You know, again, it's a little contradictory of myself to say that. But at the same time, I don't do an easy platinum every day. I don't do an easy platinum every stream. I don't do an easy platinum every week. You know, I work towards other stuff, and then every here and there, I'll sprinkle an easy platinum in. More times than none, I will get a harder game done than I get an easy game done. Just because for me, it's more about the satisfaction of getting the more difficult game done than just getting a platinum to get a platinum. And I talked about this last week. I mean, numbers basically mean nothing for accounts anymore. When you look at an account with 100 platinums, I mean, you can get 100 platinums in 2 days if you want to. You could get 10,000 trophies, maybe not 10,000, but you could get a decent amount of trophies in a week or two nowadays. Like, it's very easy. So numbers kind of suck. Back in the day, you know, you could look at someone's list and say, oh, they have 60 platinums. They're kind of a big deal. Nowadays, you look at someone and you say they got 150 platinums. They're probably not shit. You got to look more at the details there more than anything. So that's just that. Again, I don't want to harp on that for too long because I talked about it a lot last week, and I don't want to keep talking about it every week. Something I will talk about actually really quick is my completion percentage has been going up pretty good recently. I've put some games on my list that obviously drop it, but I have been getting other games done like Star Wars and Drive Club, so it's really been helping my completion percentage. You know, I'm not one to really like be like, oh, completion, I want a 100% account. I don't give a crap about a 100% account. Actually, this is something I wanted to touch on a little earlier, or I said I would touch on it later. 100% accounts. 100% accounts and unobtainable trophies. Now, there's people out there. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name people. There's people out there because this is your prerogative. You can do what you want to do. There's people out there who will make new accounts purely to have a 100% account. Purely to have every game on that account complete. And if you want to do that, good for you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's your time. Do what you want to do with it. There's a big forum on PSN profiles that was going on last week, and it was talking about, is trophy hunting a waste of time? Nothing is a waste of time. If you're enjoying yourself, it's not a waste of time, because you can either be sitting here for 4 hours a day trophy hunting, or guess what? You can be sitting here 4 hours a day on your ass watching TV. You're still wasting 4 hours a day, but you're doing different things that make you happy. You can be, spending 4 hours a day running around your neighborhood, whatever brings you enjoyment, good for you. Nothing is a waste of time. If you ever say that anything you're doing is a waste of time, then I don't believe it, because you could be doing something that is worse, just as bad or worse. If you think that you sitting there playing games is bad for you, then you probably shouldn't be playing games. But anyway, let me not get off topic here. Let me compose myself. Back to the 100% accounts. If you have an account, let's say I have my account and I'm like, I want a 100% account. Personally, I don't think it's worth to create a 100% account if you already have an account. At the end of the day, what does the completion percentage, what does it matter? If someone goes to your profile and they say, hey man, you gotta you look at mine. Hey man, you got a 55% completion. What does that show you? Like, for me, it shows me nothing, right? And if you look through my list, you're going to be like, oh, well, you don't complete a lot of games. But at the same time, I'm on a different diet than you. When I'm playing games, for the most part, I'm just doing the multiplayer right now and then getting back to the single player later on. So obviously, if I'm just doing the multiplayer in games, I'm clearly going to have a lower completion percentage than you're going to have, because all I'm doing is the multiplayer. So the completion percentage it's a little bit... I don't think it's something to live by. I mean, it's nice to get it up, right? But the whole 100% account, if you're starting a whole new account to have a 100% account, to have a perfect account, I don't think it's worth it. Because first of all, every time you play a game, a new game, something that doesn't have a guide, you're always on edge about, is this going to become unobtainable? Am I actually going to be able to do this? And you shouldn't be thinking that when you're playing a game. Most people nowadays, before they play a game, they'll ask questions about the trophies. Are the trophies hard? What am I going to have to do? How long am I going to have to play this? What does it matter? Are we not playing games to play games anymore? So you're telling me we're playing games just to earn trophies. We're not playing games to experience the games. You're not playing Sekiro to experience Sekiro. You're not playing Assassin's Creed to experience Assassin's. You're just playing these strictly for the trophies. I'm not going to lie. There are points when you do play games just for trophies. When you boost multiplayer, most of the time it's just for a trophy. I'm not going to lie about that. But there's something satisfying, at least for me, about boosting a game. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. But there's just something satisfying about completing online and doing that. But at the end of the day, I still want to experience the game. And if you want to experience the game and you want to get the platinum, sometimes you have to go through the bullshit of the multiplayer. Like, take a game like Killzone 2. If you wanted to go and platinum Killzone 2, right? You can't platinum Killzone 2 without doing the multiplayer. It's impossible. So in order for you to platinum Killzone 2, you got to go through the bullshit of the multiplayer to get the platinum. There is also bullshit in the single player, but you get what I'm going at here. Multiplayer is just a part of, if you want to complete and you want to get the platinum, then you have to do that. And obviously when you're doing the multiplayer, you're doing it, most of the times you're doing it for trophies. There's very, at least for myself, there's probably very few times that I legitimately got all the multiplayer done in a game without boosting in some sort of way. I can tell you one game off the bat that I didn't boost. I know for a fact I did all legit, was like Dirt 3. I played that game legit. I could probably go down and tell you guys what games I did legit. So this I did legit. Legit. I don't even feel like looking right now, to be honest. Most of these I did legit though. Like I did that legit. This I did legit other than the leveling. Legit. legit. Like I did everything. Most of the stuff I did in my earlier days, I did legit because I didn't have that many games. So when I got a game like Dirt 3, it was literally the only game I was playing. Nowadays, I have like thousands of games. So, I try to spend my time a little more, or I try to use my time a little more wisely, rather than just saying, hey, I'll go spend, whatever time. Like Star Wars Battlefront 1, right? It's a perfect example. If you were to play that game legitimately, you're probably talking 80 to 100 hours to get the platinum in 100%. Personally, through boosting it and everything that I've done, I've only spent around 40 hours in the game. So I've chopped my time in half. I'm going to get the platinum at the end of the day. I mean, I got to enjoy the game. It was very enjoyable to boost. I did survival and stuff on my own. So there was enjoyable things about the game, but I did do some boosting in the multiplayer. So, I did do stuff just for the trophies, I guess you could say. But, when it comes down to like these really bad games, like most of the time, people aren't playing these to experience them, especially when they're stacking them half a dozen times. They're not playing them to experience them. No one sits down and says, hey, I really liked Jack and Jill DX. I think I'm going to go play that 5 more times on my 3 Vitas and all my other PS4 accounts. I don't think anyone's going to say that. I think you're strictly doing it for the trophies at that point. So, it's one of the things that's really irritating me about trophy hunting. And I talked about this last week, but with the 100% accounts, I mean, just don't stop what you're doing on your account because you want to have a perfect account. Because when I look at an account, completion percentage isn't even the first thing I look at. It shouldn't even be the first thing anyone looks at. When you're looking at an account, you should look at the games that it has, not the completion percentage. Is it impressive to have every single game done? I mean, yeah, it's kind of impressive, but at the same time, I think you're causing more headache than you are causing anything because you're having to think about every single game you're playing. Can I actually do that? Is it going to be doable? Is anything going to happen that's going to cause this to become unobtainable at any point? I think it causes more of a headache than anything. But that's just my 2 cents on 100% accounts. There's another thing that I want to discuss really quick, and it has to do with, I'm sure you guys have heard of this company, Radalika Games. They're the people that make all these games that you can stack 6 times and have 11 golds and you can platinum in 30 minutes, most of them. So there was a discussion, or I shouldn't say discussion, it was more of a tweet. I think the tweet was by Unknown. I saw it last week. And he basically said he either had a conversation or he knew someone that had a conversation with Radalika Games. And they said that when the PS5 comes out, that people are going to be able to stack their games up to 9 times, I think it was. So essentially, Radalika Games is going to be able to make one singular game, and you're going to be able to platinum it 9 times. And do you guys know how fast they're putting games out? I mean, Radalika Games is putting at least one game out a week. At least one game out a week. So at the point of the PS5 coming out, either one of 2 things need to happen. One, it's not things that are going to need to happen. One thing that's going to happen if all of this pans out is trophies are going to become somewhat pointless. People are still going to trophy hunt. People are still going to collect trophies, but number-wise, the number of platinums you have is going to become somewhat pointless because you're going to have people out here that are getting 9 platinums a day. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. The second thing, which I think needs to happen, and I could talk about this one for a while, I think that Sony needs to do some sort of damage control. But the thing is, they're not going to, because first of all, they don't care about trophies. Let's be completely honest. They put the trophies in the game. They don't care about trophies. It's not the top of their priority. Sony is a business, and if anyone knows anything about a business, you know that businesses are in it for one thing. And the one thing is money. Now, obviously, they should be in it for their customers, but their customers give them money. So to retain customers and to get new customers, they need to treat them right for the customers to give more money. That's why they treat you the way they treat you. Imagine if you bought PS Plus and they said, well, this shit doesn't do anything. You think you're going to keep buying PS Plus? Hell no. But then they just lost money. They care about money. And when Radalika Games can make one game a week and pump it out and charge $5 a region, and there's 3 regions, they're making $15 a game. And guess what? I'm pretty certain Sony's getting some of that commission because it's through their store. So do you really think that Sony's going to say, hey, Radalika Games, you can't have all of these regions, okay? You can't have 3 regions for your game. That doesn't make any sense. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to let them keep doing what they're doing because at the end of the day, Radalika is bringing in the money for themselves. They're bringing the money in for Sony, and they're ruining something that no one really cares about for the most part. A very niche community cares about trophies, at least to the extent of like having a respectable list and not stacking games 9 times. So that's just the sad reality is people want it to be changed. People want different things, but at the end of the day, it's not in the best interest of the people that are developing and publishing and selling the game to fix it for the most part. And one of the things I want to know is how is Radalika able to get all these different regions, right? Because for the most part, when it comes down to regioning a game, it comes down to the game physically changing. So when you think about it, when you're playing a game like Wolfenstein 2 or Wolfenstein, right? There's a different, the games are different between the game that's released in North America and then the game that's released in Germany. They're 2 different games. And if there's trophies related to that stuff, then they can release regions. I'm pretty sure just if the games are different, they can release different regions. Like physically, there's differences in the game. There's a game, Batman Arkham Asylum. They have a Japanese, why did I say it like that? They have a Japanese version of that game. There's Japanese versions of a lot of games. Games like Tomb Raider Underworld. And I can't think of any off the top of my head anymore. Conan Exiles has a Japanese version. Most games have Japanese versions of their worldwide releases. And I don't know if that comes down to different release times. I don't know if that comes down to censorship in Japan. I don't know what it comes down to, but there's obviously a difference in the games. So I want to know how Radalika is able to basically scurry their way through this region system and sell multiple copies of basically the same game. Like there's something going on there. But again, when it comes down to it, Radalika's making money and Sony's making money, so they don't care. Like, let's be honest, they don't care. That's just what it be. They don't care. So then the next step is it comes down to us as gamers, us as people. If everyone here is complaining about how Radalika is abusing this and Radalika is ruining trophy hunting, then step number 1, rather than just saying it, is enforcing what you're saying. See, because if you're saying Radalika's ruining trophy hunting, but then you yourself are going out and buying every stack of the game, you see an issue there? See a little bit of an issue? I mean, you're saying it's a bad idea, but then you're doing it yourself. So step 1 would be to sever your ties with buying all of their stacks, because I see a lot of people complain. They're like, this is bullcrap. But there's still people buying all of the games, you know? Obviously, if Radalika stops making more money and it's not profitable anymore, then they will stop doing what they're doing. I don't know if it costs more to have it in different regions. I have no idea how that works. I have no idea how regioning works because most games, most AAA games, most games in general just have a worldwide release with a worldwide trophy list. You will rarely see a game that has a different region trophy list. There's a few, but for most AAA big games, you don't see it. So personally, I think it's an abuse. Radalika is abusing the regioning in some way. And it's also on Sony having to actually stick by it. But like I said, and I'll keep saying it, if they're both making money, then they both don't care. All they care about is that money. They're businesses. They don't care about legacies, and they don't care about, I mean, I would hope that they would want to care about legacies, but they don't care. How much money can we make? If we're making money, it don't matter. It don't matter. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I don't want to rant on for too long. We're going at around 45 minutes coming up. So, sadly, can't hit you guys with that hour-long video. I know you guys have been asking for it, but I need some... I'm telling you, man, if you want this hour-long, I'm going to need some topics. I'm trying to have some topics, but I'm not trying to sit here and rant about certain things, especially things I already talked about or stuff like that. So I'm trying to think of stuff. But if you want longer episodes, I would need a few talking points, to say the least. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down in the description below. You'll find links to all types of stuff. You'll find links to my platinum trophy videos that I've been doing over the past few years. You'll find links to my Twitter and my Twitch. So if you want to go follow me over there, I would greatly appreciate it. I do stream all my platinum trophies on Twitch, and I do try to stream some other times when I'm just playing through games and stuff like that. So if you want to go check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. Down in the comments below, let me know what you guys have been playing, what you've been, or what you look forward to playing, anything like that. I know Days Gone's coming out Friday. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I want to finish some stuff up before I dive into it. So it might be a little while, but yeah, let me know what you guys have been playing, what you're looking forward to coming out, and basically what you've been up to. Like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.